And when Jethro the priest of Midian, the ally, either father of the wife of Moses, had heard all things which God had done to Moses and to Israel his people, for the Lord led Israel out of the land of Egypt, Jethro took Zipporah, Moses' wife, whom Moses had sent again, and his 2 sons, of which one was called Gershom. For the father at his birth said, I was a comeling in an alien land. Forsooth, the father was called Eleazar, for Moses at his birth said, the t'other was called Eleazar, for Moses at his birth said, God of my father is mine helper, and he delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. Therefore Jethro, ally of Moses, came, and the sons of Moses and his wife came to Moses in the desert, where Jethro set tents beside the hill of God. And he sent to Moses and said, I, Jethro, thine ally, come to thee, and thy wife, and thy 2 sons with her. And Moses went out into the coming of his ally, and worshipped, or honored, and kissed him. And they greeted themselves together with peaceable words. And when Jethro had entered into the tabernacle, Moses told to him all things which God had done to Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel. And he told to him all the travail that befell to them in the way, of which the Lord had delivered them. And Jethro was glad on all the goods which the Lord had done to Israel, for he delivered Israel from the hand of the Egyptians. And Jethro said, Blessed be the Lord that delivered you from the hands of the Egyptians, and from the hand of Pharaoh, the which Lord delivered his people from the hand of the power of Egypt. Now I know that the Lord is great above all gods, for they did proudly against them. Therefore Jethro, ally of Moses, offered burnt sacrifices and offerings to God, and Aaron and all the elder men of Israel came to eat bread with Jethro before God. Forsooth, the t'other day Moses sat that he should deem the people which stood nigh to Moses from the morrowtide till to the eventide. And when his ally had seen this, that is, all things which he did in the people, he said, What is this that thou doest in the people? Why sittest thou alone, and all the people abideth thee from the morrowtide till to eventide? To whom Moses answered, The people cometh to me, and asketh the sentence of God, and when any strife befalleth to them, they come to me, that I deem betwixt them, and show the commandments of God and his laws. And Jethro said, Thou doest a thing that is not good. Thou art wasted with a fond travail, both thou and this people that is with thee. The work is above thy strength. Thou alone mayest not suffer it. But hear thou my words and my counsels, and the Lord shall be with thee. Be thou to the people in these things that pertain to God, that thou tell the things that be said to the people, and show to the people the ceremonies and customs of worshiping, and the way by which they owe to go, and the work which they owe to do. Forsooth, purvey thou of all the people with wise men, and dreading God, and which is truth, and which hate avarice, and ordain thou of them tribunes, and centurions, and quinquagenaries, and deans, which shall teach the people in all time. Swiftly, whatever thing is greater, tell they to thee, and deem they only lesser things, and be it easier to thee, when the burden is parted into other men. If thou shalt do this, thou shalt fulfill the commandments, and all this people shall turn again with peace to their places. And when these things were heard, Moses did all things which Jethro counseled. And when noble men of all Israel were chosen, Moses ordained them princes of the people, tribunes, and centurions, and quinquagenaries, and deans, which deemed the people in all time. Forsooth, whatever thing was harder, they told to Moses, and they deemed easier things only. And Moses let go his ally, which turned again and went into his land.